Welcome back to the Coins and Connections podcast, where we explore all things books, business, and bullshit. My favorite bees. I'm your host, the fairy coin mother, Cinquanta Cox-Smith of www.cinquantacoxsmith.com. Now let's get into today's episode. Hey guys, welcome back to the Coins and Connections podcast, season 4, episode 9. Super excited to get into this topic. I want to talk about my top 5 tips to start your print-on-demand brand / business, whatever you decide to call it. These are some for sure tips that I know you guys will use and like to hear because I want you to start off right. I focus on starting. If you start right, you will finish right. If you start right, you will be in this for a long time. The end game is longevity. This is what we're going to talk about in this episode. Hope you guys are doing well. We have one more episode after this in the season. And then, of course, like I told you guys, we're going to take a 4-week break. I have changed my schedule from a 2-week break to a 4-week break because after doing 10 episodes consistently for 10 Fridays, your girl needs a break, a whole month to just get her voice together. Because between the podcast and YouTube, it's a lot. You guys know what time it is. It's time for our rapid fire questions of the day. We have 2 rapid fire questions of the day. And the first one is, at what age do you want to retire? Next year? I want to retire at 35. I want to be done. I want to be just chilling, okay? If my husband is going to retire at 40, I want to retire before him. I could retire at 42 and then we could just have 2 retirement parties. I am committed to retiring from being the face of my business by next year and then be retired and maybe sell the business, or I don't know, by 40. So those are my plans. I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to be behind this computer recording for the rest of my life. I want to enjoy it. That's my plans. The second rapid fire question of the day is, if you were given the opportunity to fly into space given today's technology, would you take it? Now, after seeing the 100, I don't know. I don't think I would go. If anyone does go, I would definitely be here to watch your journey, but I don't think I would go. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb, okay? Make sure you guys are engaging with me on our Instagram and Facebook when we post the rapid fire questions. I want to know, are y'all flying to space or not? Okay, so make sure you engage with that. Let me know if you're gonna fly to space so I can be like, all right, I knew them. I know her. Text me from space. My 5 tips to starting your print-on-demand business. Number 1 is you need to validate your idea on a free site first, because I know people love freaking t-shirts and they love journals at this point. Those 2 free sites that you can validate your idea on is Merch by Amazon and KDP. Now, in case you get declined or denied for Merch, Redbubble will be my second best. But if you can create a brand and sell at least one item on Amazon, you have something, because at this point there are thousands, millions, gazillions of different products on that site. But if they found yours, you have something. You have something. So validate the idea by creating the brand. And this is after you have done your research. But this is also number 2. Research includes design styles, keywords, and price range. You need to make sure you're doing your due diligence and making sure you are designing for your niche, like the styles and everything. And if you search something and you see 100 of one design, you need to approach this market with something fresh and out of the box and different so that you will stand out in that market. Of course, you need to think about your keywords. You need to think about how people will find your product, and then you need to see and do your research and see what is the going rate for this product. How am I going to be able to bring this fresh idea and compete with what's already there? Am my price going to be higher because my design or my quality is going to be better? Is my price going to compete with the lowest competing price because I'm new and I'm scared and I'm not sure? These are questions you need to ask yourself. The third thing, you need to think like a consumer to grow your brand. How are we going to find you? What are we typing in to find you? What colors do the consumers like? What have they already complained about in these reviews? Have they said the size of this? Oh, I wish it had red. Oh, the journal lines on this book the lines weren't thick enough. I don't like the repeated pages. I wish there was a different prompt or something for every single day. These are the type of things that you need to take note of. When you go in to create your product, you are filling that gap of the things that these other product makers have missed. All right. Number 4 is find 3 to 5 avenues within that niche. You can go and combine 2 niches together in your niche so you can reach another audience, but don't go too far out. Say you want to do things with the color black. Okay, well, we know black and white go well together. See if you team up with black and white to create some like monochrome stuff in that brand. And then for Valentine's Day, you do monochrome Valentine's Day. Then you do monochrome St. Patrick's Day. You're combining and twirling it to still stay in your niche, but find new avenues to make it fresh and bring new ideas into that. Number 5 is to stay consistent for at least 90 days. You won't be able to tell if it's working if you're not willing to stay consistent. That means at least uploading for at least a few times a week. These are things that you really need to do. Once you do that, then you can rinse and repeat it. Rinse and repeat this process. But staying consistent will also help you look back at your last 7 days. Say you created a design 20 days ago and for the first time it sells. Now let's look back at what sold and why. Now let's see the past 30 days and then the past 7 days. This certain design sold the most. What was it about that design? Did you have a review yet? Now you can go back and look at it and say, well, let me make more like this. Because obviously this is popular in my shop, in my store, with my journals, with my t-shirts, the tote bags, whatever, pop sockets. It's popular. Do more of that. That is how you use your data to make more money in your niche. I also have a video series or just a video. I think I just have a video on how to start your POD brand, and everything that I'm telling you right now. I actually think I took the color blue and I showed you guys how to search for the trending color blue of the year or the month at that time that I did it. And we took that and we validated on a few different websites so that we can upload and create that brand. This is how I validate an idea that I have within a few minutes to make sure it is something that I should try or something that I should think about going into. Being able to validate an idea and build a brand is the key to your success. I hope you guys use some of these tips, and I'm going to go over the 5 tips one more time. 1 is to validate your idea on a free site first. 2, research includes design styles, keywords, and price range. 3, think like a consumer to grow your brand. 4, find 3 to 5 different avenues in the same niche or combine 2 niches to reach another audience. And 5, stay consistent for at least 90 days. I really hope this helps you to get in the mind frame of what you need to do to start your print on demand brand, because you can talk about it a day long, but you have to be about it. Once you decide that you're going to be about it and you're going to take action, you will see so many things in your life shift and change. I hope you guys take some of this advice, put it towards something, do something, and make something, and then come back later and tell me about it. Until next time. This segment is called Q Money Bag Thought of the Week. I don't think I've talked about this, but for the Q Money Bag Thought of the Week, I really want to acknowledge our first Black Vice President, who is also a woman. So congratulations to Kamala Harris. And I have a quote from her, and I'm just going to leave that as it is because I don't need to talk much more about that. I'm excited. We have once again accomplished something amazing as a whole United States. And, Georgia came through for us. So shout out to Stacey Abrams as well. But here's a quote from Kamala Harris. My mother had a saying, Kamala, you may be the first to do many things, but make sure you're not the last. Baby, open them doors on up for all these young Black kids to dream. Thank you, Barack Obama. These kids will be dreaming forever to be another, not the first, but there'll be another Black president, and there'll be another Black vice president. There will be a woman president. These are the things that our kids have to look forward to for the future. So thank you. Thank you so much for listening and subscribing to the Coins and Connections podcast. Don't forget to leave a review and join the conversation over on Facebook and Instagram using the hashtag Coins and Connections. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Cinquanta Cox-Smith and at Coins and Connections. You can shop all merch at www.coinsandconnections.com. I love you more than I love this podcast. Peace.